do this.
Live from our studios on the Isle of Wight. Free Jingle Friday.
Yeah, that's right. It is Free Jingle Friday, and I'm Mike Russell.
Hey, I'm Isabella Russell, and it's great to be here.
It's brilliant of you to join us here for this Free Jingle Friday special. It's February already. I can't believe that the time is going so fast. It's a sunny day here on the Isle of Wight, Isabella.
It is a lovely and sunny day. You know, it's such a wonderful change to actually have sunshine outside. And
Yes.
we walked out in the morning today for breakfast, and it was just so wonderful to have nature around with sunshine shining. Oh, it's just wonderful. So
It was fresh, it was beautiful, and now here we are for you with Free Jingle Friday. Welcome along, especially if you're new. All will be revealed in just a moment as to what this is all about.
Live from our studios on the Isle of Wight. Free Jingle Friday.
Do you like the lights? Do you like the lights?
Live from our studios on...
We nearly had a replay of the jingle as well. I've got Adobe Audition on loop mode today. So welcome along. If you come in every week, it's really lovely to have you back. And of course, if you're new to the stream, it's always beautiful. We always really warmly welcome anyone who's new and do our best to explain what this is all about. Because new people are arriving every week. Just a show of hands in the chat. If you're brand new to the stream, type in new in all capitals and then let us know a little bit about you, like where you're from and also what your favorite condiment is. That'd be nice.
favorite condiment.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we're going to know something personal about you, right? So, and then we'll tell you more about us and what Free Jingle Friday is all about.
You can also find out what Mike's favorite condiment is.
Well, why not?
Well, listen, first of all, welcome if you are here for the first time, and welcome if you are back. It's great to have you with us here. Just a very quick recap of what this is about, because I know many of you are like, so how is this working? What do I do? And we have changed some rules, so I want to really put those up front there. So first of all, it's important, all the scripts from now on are being submitted via the special link, which is mrc.fm/script without an S, script.
Yes.
And note, super chats do not change in any way. If you would like to super chat, please make sure to include the script inside the body of the super chat. Otherwise, there is no way for us to pick this up. So you've got to bear this in mind when you are super chatting. And take this into account. Now, we have a wonderful team of Tim and Bjorn helping us out here in the comments on YouTube. So they will post some answers to questions. You will see the hammer by their name. So so that's all cool.
Isn't it a spanner?
Spanner, hammer? Isn't that almost the same thing? Probably not.
Maybe.
You're going to probably totally slay me for that one. So, so just submit the scripts through mrc.fm/script. Do not post them as comments. We don't take those as comments anymore. So mrc.fm/script. I can't speak today, so over to you, Mike.
I'll speak for you. Don't worry. There's lots of good things to talk about. First of all, I did want to show something on the screen because we announced it last week here on Music Radio Creative, and so many of you were so fantastic to get behind this. We have a brand new supporters page. Some of you donate every week in the super chats to get not only a free voiceover but also a fully produced jingle. Now we have the opportunity to basically either buy us a cup of tea or a little bit more, and then we can give back to you in certain ways. The entry plan, you get a nice shout out on the show, and there's a few shout outs for you to do soon, Isabella.
I know, I'm just getting
ready. And then at higher plans, you get the opportunity to have produced jingles on this stream every single week, which is pretty cool. And there is one hidden plan as well. This is on Patreon, by the way. Hidden plan, when you show more levels, there's actually mentoring. And if you're interested in that, I know it's a bit of a decision to make because, well, it's something that you don't take lightly. If you really want coaching in the audio world, then I'm here for you. And I have a couple of slots there open and available via Patreon if that's the way you'd like to do things. That would be absolutely fantastic. I would love to help you and guide you in your audio journey. But all the same, just go to mrc.fm/family. You'll be able to access this page and, contribute to the show and the ongoing kind of thing that is MRC Live.
Absolutely.
And not Mr. Clive, MRC Live.
MRC Live, that's right. And on that note, I guess shout out to our brand new Patreons who have signed up since the last show. So huge hello and thank you to Tino Fella. Thank you so much for supporting us, and to Modi Bedai.
That's cool.
Yeah. So thank you so much for supporting, and we really, really value your support. I know that many of you are deciding to sort of say thank you to Mike. Well, to Mike mostly, really, for all the generous content he's creating. So if you wanted to buy him a cup of tea every month, that's kind of a great way to get into that.
Yes, absolutely. So much to talk about. Also later on, I've tweeted about it already. I have been asked and agreed to become an advocate for something I really believe in, but I'm going to talk more about that about halfway through the show. So about 20 minutes time, we'll talk about this, but it's really exciting, changing the game for content creators like you and me, allowing us to sound great.
Well, and hang on.
Away here.
You officially have a title of ambassador. I'm so totally jealous of that. You are an ambassador.
I am now officially a brand ambassador. Yes, it's very, very, very exciting stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll talk more about that later, and we've got a fun little feature around that to do just before we start recording your script. So when we close submissions for the Free Jingle Friday, we've got something really fun coming up in about 20 minutes time.
Something new. We should say it's new. It's brand new.
So as they say on the radio, stay tuned. Don't touch that dial. There's nothing else on YouTube. Just stay here. There's not billions of other videos. There's only us right now, okay?
There you go. That's it. A shout out to Paul on Facebook who likes Vegemite. Good choice, although I'm not a huge fan. How about you? Where do you sit with Vegemite?
It's similar to Marmite, isn't it? I've never really got on with it, but I understand the attraction to that.
You either love it or hate it, right?
That's exactly what they say. That is exactly what they say.
That's exactly it. So, shall we give some more shout outs? Hang on, there's plenty coming in on YouTube, and I'm just having a little look in here. So hello and shout out to Isaac, to Rounders Random Rants, coming to us from Texas. Hello to Alexander. Hello to Doug. Hello to Vince. iPanda Rock Radio.
Wow.
Am I Stuttering Live? Hello to you. And Annie Gay Emmanuel as well. Just a reminder, because I can see you're still posting scripts in the comments. You can't do that. Please read the comments that very kindly Bjorn. So people with the spanners. Listen to people with the spanners. They post very importantly that you can now submit the scripts through mrc.fm/script. That's the only way you can submit the scripts for recording from now on. It's like, I can't believe we haven't done this sooner. I'm still kind of in the phase of just not believing really we haven't done this faster.
Are we talking a little bit about how nice it is to automate your life with certain hacks and recipes and things like that, Isabella?
Yeah, I guess that falls into that category, right?
Well, absolutely. And let's talk about that a little bit, because there are some new things. So you might see the multicolored lights. I don't know, is this behind me? Is this good, or is this a distraction? I'd like you to type now. These are LifeX lights, by the way. We actually got them on the Black Friday sale last year. A screaming deal on these LifeX lights, and I've had them sitting under the studio desk for ages. Finally put them up last weekend, and my goodness, I think they look hot. But if you think this is good, type good in the chat. If you think it's a distraction with a spinning rainbow around Mike Russell's head, then write distraction, and we'll find out what you think, because I can always change the settings.
Distraction is a very difficult word. Can you make something a little bit easier?
But just type good or bad.
Good or bad.
Is this thing spinning around?
Good or bad.
Because I can always change it. I've got the app here, the LifeX app. Let me open it up, and it's really fun.
Yeah.
So I can go in, actually. It doesn't have to be a rainbow. I can go into Mike's studio lights, and I can make them look like this.
Yes.
Ooh, that's nice. Or like this. Or
right. Where you are doing a quick demonstration of your lights. Yes. Just keep the camera on you, and I will do the
alien. I like that one.
Seriously.
And you might notice also, just cutting over to you, Isabella, the colour of your background light keeps changing. It was earlier on. It was yellow, and now it's gone green. Tell us what that's all about.
Right. So we hope this works. This part may not work that well, but so first of all, you can submit all the super chats just the same way you always do. Just make sure to include the script in the body of the super chat. If it's not included there, we will not take that super chat into account. And the reason behind it is a wonderful automation that allows us to essentially get all of those super chats recorded automatically for us, which we haven't done so far. So this is like a super, super hack. And thank you. I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Doug who suggested that last week. And we're like, yes, this works. And
It's
every
so
time
awesome,
you super
Doug.
chat,
Thank
you
you.
can select the color. And the color behind me is the color of the current super chat or the latest super chat. That's how it should work in theory. This is the
Yes.
first time we're doing this. So we hope
Testing
that if
it.
this then that effectively does it in a very nice matter. So
And
you
not
can-
only that,
you
but
can
we
practice.
are using if this then that for a lot of things. So we're using it, yes, to change the color of your background light. So there it's green at the moment. It was yellow earlier. Based on the latest super chat that comes in. We're also, as Isabella says, using that to record your super chats to a spreadsheet. So rather than do it manually, which we should have thought about this ages ago, Isabella, but now if this then that is taking care of every super chat that comes in. So far, I'm looking at the super chats coming in live. Seems to be working very well. And on top of that, if you go to our Twitter, if you go to the Music Radio Creative Twitter, search for us on Twitter and follow us there and retweet something like that, you will actually see that right now, everyone who super chats is also getting a shout out on Twitter as well, which I think is really awesome sort of, way of giving back to you because you're being kind enough to participate in the show. So we thank you for that.
We certainly do. So yeah, we're having a little bit more fun. So you can I don't know. I haven't actually super chatted on our own channel before, so you can I guess select a different color. Can you do different color? Yeah, I think that if you. Or does it change the color for you? It might be that the more
it changes the color depending on the amount you add on the super chat. So this is for YouTube only, by the way. If you're watching on YouTube and only in certain territories, it's not available everywhere. But if it's available for you, it'll be available under the chat box as a $sign.
Yes.
You click it and then you choose an amount, and the bigger the amount, the different color you can generate.
Yes.
So most people are generating a kind of green color, as you can see the latest one. Thank you very much to Safety FM. To Jay at Safety FM, who has continued to keep your light lovely and green. Earlier on, I did see there were some other super chats as
there
well.
Were some yellows
so
coming in,
Cafe Solar, Rounders Random Rants as well, made the lights go yellow. And that's just recently. Thank you, Agent Space Girl as well. So whatever color super chat you suggest, the theory is you should control Isabella's background like that. And if it works really well, we might roll it out to a few more lights in the studio. So that'll really, really confuse people.
That's right. We're just going to be flashing lights in front of you because that's why you come into Free Jingle Friday night.
Yes.
So you've got until 1:30, so another 18 minutes to post your scripts. Head on over to mrc.fm/script. That's where you need to post your script. So don't post it in comments. If you haven't been here for the last couple of weeks, we've changed it.
Yes.
It's mrc.fm/script. That's where you need to record all the wonderful scripts. And I can see that actually nearly 50 of you already have that. So please do record the script, your script once only. It genuinely essentially delays things for us and makes it so much harder for us to work if you submit more than one script. So please make sure to only send it once through, and only one script, please.
Help us out.
So that would be fantastic if you can, please. That would be wonderful.
That's really, really cool. So it's very exciting actually to read the comments here on the flashing lights behind my head. A lot of you saying it looks good. Jay is saying look good. John thinks it looks awesome. Excellent Dragon says good. They're brilliant, says Tim. Thanks, Tim, for your help, by the way, today. Vince likes them. UK TARDIS looks cool. Doug as well, loving them. John, thank you. Two Johns, actually. Rounders Random Brands, Charles. Alexander's asking if you drink tea, Isabella. Andrew loves the lights. Agent Space Girl thinks I should stick with the green alien colour.
Oh, I bet.
You are a tea drinker. Of course you're a tea drinker.
Absolutely. I'm
Always have a
drinking
cup
the
of tea.
finest Greek mountain tea today. How about that? I'm drinking, courtesy of Alexander from the live stream. So one of our wonderful viewers. So, so it's
I'm
February.
a tea drinker too.
Sorry?
I'm a tea drinker too. And the other thing is I'm actually drinking this, which is fermented tea. It's sugar-free. Again, not a product placement here.
It's made in Australia.
Made in Australia. We actually tried it when we went to Australia. And I was like, this is so good. And we got back and I was like, and they sell this stuff in the UK.
Yeah.
So we ordered a box, and it's lovely.
It is. It really, really is. So it's fantastic. But I was going to mention, since it's the first February show, right? Every single month at Music Radio Creative, we make a refresh to offers in our store. Are you able to do a screen?
Yes, I certainly will. By the way, Jay, I see you there with your light blue super chats. I think, and you did say something about the light blue super chats or the those not working. I think it's. Is there a reason why the light blue? Those are the.
We will know soon enough. The yellow just came in, so let's see.
There's a yellow. Let's watch your light.
Yes, it has changed.
Yes. Immediately. That was so quick. I think the light blues don't. Some of the super chats don't work, but I, as far as I understand, the greens, the yellows, and anything above that, they do work apparently.
Yeah. So I think you'd need to donate
really
essentially over £5 dollars.
Whatever your local currency is.
Yeah, whatever the
blue or above, and
if you want to control the lights in the studio, right?
Yeah. So that's so cool. That was really instant. Like Louis literally just put that super chat in, and boom, your light went from green to yellow like that. I'm liking this. This is a cool idea. This is all your idea, Isabella.
I know.
There's some
right?
magic going on with you recently. You're just on top of it. It's amazing.
I know. It's like
Yes.
magic. The force is with me, shall I say?
Yes, and long may that be the case. Right, you wanted me to go to the website.
I wanted you to go to the website. It's our first February show in February, and every single month I actually go extra lengths and I make sure that we feature some of our products on musicradiocreative.com as we make jingles, obviously. And we also offer some great discounts. So at the moment, if you head on over to musicradiocreative.com and click on the sale button at the very, very top. This one there, that's right.
You're at the top.
I'm at the top, apparently. There you go. It's not gamed, I promise you. Actually, people order me, which still phases me to this day.
They do.
Yes. So thank you. And we have some of our products are on sale at the moment.
Production libraries.
Yes, lots of production libraries, in fact. So production library number 8 has been added. Production library number 10 is still there, as we've only launched it sort of in the last 2 weeks of January. So we thought we will keep it on.
That's a good discount. Is that
it's a really good
half
discount
off the production library 8?
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You can get up to 50% off essentially on those sales. So it's a brilliant opportunity to grab some cool stuff. So
Production Library 8, if I'm not wrong, is quite a recent production library, and it's 50% off, right?
Production library number 8 is not it is quite recent. It's 2019.
2019. Wow. So that's a pretty good deal. So that's nice. Yeah. Nice to see Juan in the house as well. Hello, Juan. Just seen you there.
Hey.
Nice to keep an eye on the chats as they're coming in. So that's really good. Yeah, I'm digging how this is all working. Now, I did want to say a couple of things here, Isabella, if that's all right. Next week, Free Jingle Friday is going to fall on Friday, the 14th of February.
Yay.
Any link there in particular that you can think of with Friday the 14th?
Valentine's.
Love is in the air.
Yeah.
I hope I get like I'm still at the moment trying to sort my mixer out at the moment. It's just not.
Yes.
It blew up the last week. If you want to know more about that, I won't repeat it, but like watch last week's episode and you'll see what happened with the mixer. So I'm currently using basically Amazon Basics, Walmart style, Tesco Essential mixer to get through. And I really miss having reverb because I would just love at this point to say love is in the air and fade up the reverb. But can't do it at the moment.
No.
But love will be in the air next week on the 14th. And we'll be looking for your love jingles and scripts, please.
Well, actually, we should be getting those scripts this week to play them on Valentine's, right?
Well, yes, that's true.
Yes. So if you would like to get some love scripts.
Oh, look, did you see how quickly your lights turned green? They actually turned green
very
while the
clever.
camera was on you. Fade in, change the lights from yellow to green with your super chat.
Nice.
Kind of
very
liking
nice.
this.
You can have a competition between each other. So.
Yes, make them flash just like super chat yellow, then green, then red, then yellow, then green. And just we can have a disco in here if you do that. That'd be amazing.
That's it. We can have a disco.
But it's cool. I love the fact that like just these little things give those of you watching right now in real time the ability to really control what's happening in the studio. I still think we should have like the hotter the super chat, the warmer it makes the heating in the office. So it's like if everyone super chats like at the blue level, it turns the heating right down. So like if it's like the winter right now, we'll freeze in here. But the moment someone donates like, a yellow or an orange or a red super chat, it like cranks it up to like, 100 Fahrenheit or whatever, or something like that.
No temperature. That's silly. Come
or
on.
20, 25 degrees Celsius. For those of you different side of the pond, and then we'll boil, absolutely boil, and then you can control. And then the next step is to like they used to have on those children's TV shows, we'll have buckets of gunge above our heads, and they'll be like, light blue, green, yellow, orange, red, and depending on the colours of Super Chats, depends the colour of the gunge that gets tipped over our heads. What do you reckon?
Yeah, you are being very... Yeah.
And anyone can control it just by super chatting. I think that's a great idea. If you like that idea, let us know in the comments.
There you go. That's right. You can let us know. Although I'm really not that psyched about the temperature lights. I think that's fine. We can do that. But I think that anything else might be a bit
too much.
Might be too much. So.
At this stage, in 5 minutes, we're going to talk about a fantastic brand that I'm now an ambassador for.
Yes.
And it's going to be useful to you, by the way, watching. I think you're really going to like it.
You'll enjoy it.
But before I do that, next week, I'll talk a little bit about this, Isabella. I am off to Amsterdam. It seems to be my second home behind London at the moment. And I'm actually heading out there for ISE, which is Integrated Systems Europe. It's the first time I've ever been to this show. So if any of you watching right now or watching on the replay are going to ISE in Amsterdam next week, do let me know, either in the chat or drop me a line or a tweet or something. Hook up there, have a cup of tea or whatever together. That would be really cool. First time there, so I'm really not sure what to expect, but I'm really going because I know a lot of the companies that we feature on the YouTube channel, and some that I'm particularly interested will be there, like, for instance, the makers of Soundcraft and AKG Lyra. I'm actually going to be there with AKG showcasing the wonderful podcasting Lyra microphone on Wednesday, I think it is, next week, inside the Rye Centre in Amsterdam. So I'm going to be doing a little podcast there for AKG, which will be really nice. And lots of audio kit manufacturers will be out there. So I'm going to go and have a good geek out in Amsterdam next week, Isabella.
I know. You're very excited about it.
And do a little bit of work as well. Just a little bit.
Just a tiny bit of work. The rest is absolutely pleasure. But I can see this big expo
pleasure
floor.
In Amsterdam?
Hang on.
What are you
I can see
about?
this big expo floor, full of mixing desks, microphones, and all sorts of stuff. You will be literally drooling over this. It will be like Christmas came early.
It will.
It will be.
We
Mixing
know it
desks,
will be. Speakers, microphones, and that's not all. ISE, they cover a lot of different things. This is why I'm so excited, because I'm kind of breaking out the bubble a bit. They also have smart home stuff. I understand they have a big virtual reality display this year as well there, and this is all kind of stuff that I'm interested in, but I can't kind of fit it into what I do on a daily basis. So I love smart homes. Obviously, look at the lights behind me. So I'll probably I'll nip around the smart home section. I'll probably check out what's going on with VR as well. All just to keep abreast of everything. But obviously, and then there's Amsterdam, which is a great city too.
It is. It's actually a really wonderful city. It's. I think it's one of the really wonderful capital. Well, it's not a capital, but it's one of the wonderful sort of big cities of Europe that are worth to kind of visit. And
actually, correct me if I'm wrong. Because I was watching a vlog the other day, and somebody said in that vlog, Amsterdam is the capital of the Netherlands. But I'm kind of sure that it's not.
Is it not Brussels?
No, you see, now maybe someone will let us know in the chat.
Google
because, I'd like someone to let us know in the chat. Isabella, you do not get the idea of doing a live show, right? This is the oldest trick in the book. They taught me this on day one when I worked at Talk Radio, and Google existed even back in those days.
Just say that.
It's like you say something interesting that you want to know the answer to, and then that's how you get people to respond to what you're doing. If you just say, I'm just going to Google it, it's kind of a one-way street. So please, help us out here. Isabella, come on, Broadcasting 101 here. Please, is Amsterdam the capital of the Netherlands? I kind of think it's Den Haag, right? I kind of think it is. Or is that the political capital of the Netherlands? Please help us out here. Yes, I mean, Isabella has got Google in front of her, but she's busy now. She's broadcasting. She's doing a live show, aren't you? Right?
Okay, all right.
So help us out. It is The Hague. It is The Hague. The Hague. How do you say it? Den Haag? Den Haag?
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is really weird because, hang on. Amsterdam, capital, Netherlands. Because, right. Oh, no. Wait. Okay. No, wait. Now this is interesting. This is why I was a bit confused because I did do a quick Google yesterday, and I got this up. I wonder if I can actually show you.
Do you know
on
what?
the screen? Go on.
I know what it is. We've done Brexit now. We cannot answer any questions about Europe. It's simply impossible. That's it. It's like we can't answer any questions
we're
about
all
Europe.
done now.
It's like Brexit. That's it. It's like
Okay. But let me just show this on my screen before we move on to the next thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's come up as the Google first result, The Hague. Okay. But yesterday, I'm sure that said Amsterdam, or maybe it was just me. But then it says underneath, it says The Hague, and then underneath it says Amsterdam is the capital of the Netherlands according to the Constitution of the Netherlands. So what? Okay, so is Amsterdam the capital of the Netherlands? Doug is saying yes, it is. Amsterdam is the capital of the Netherlands. The Hague is the capital of the province of North Holland. This is so confusing, Isabella.
I know.
So it is a capital city, technically, of Europe.
Yeah, but then it
right?
says that the State General and the executive branch have been situated in The Hague since 1588, along with the Supreme Court and the Council of State.
Have we got any wonderful Dutch viewers? I love our audience in the Netherlands. Have we got anyone here watching right now who's from the Netherlands who can confirm or deny this, or at least clarify this? If you're from the Netherlands, just type in caps before you type your answer, Dutch, in all caps, and then write the answer. Please help us out.
Yes.
Seriously, I always thought Amsterdam was not the capital of the Netherlands. I even watched a vlog yesterday and it said, I'm in Amsterdam, the capital of the Netherlands. And I'm like, no, it's not. Surely.
No. There you go. You see, this is it's interesting. I think we've hit on something interesting here. But so hang on, just a quick reminder. You've got 5 minutes left before we stop taking on the script submissions.
And we're going to be doing something special in a minute.
And we will be doing something super special in any minute.
Yes,
indeed. If you would like to super chat, that's the way to have your script recorded and produced. And I can see that today we've got some record-breaking number of super chats. Seriously.
Oh my. We're going to be here all afternoon.
Well, I was going to say that, somebody is Dutch. I'm from Amsterdam, and Amsterdam is the capital. There you go.
There we go. Thank you so much.
That's it. Okay.
All right. Shall we move on and then get cracking with things?
Yes, seriously. Like the whole... You've started
I'm
it.
super interested because I'm going to Amsterdam. I do not know if I'm going to the capital or just a lovely city in the Netherlands.
There you go.
All right, let's talk about Licht, who are on screen right now. Licht, you may have heard of them, but you may not. I have mentioned them a few times in the past. Collaborated with them over last year, the end of last year, 2019. Super excited to be on part of their YouTube channel lineup where they're doing audio tutorials, not just in Audition, but also in Logic and other great doors as well. And I have now agreed to be a brand ambassador for Licht. So their tagline, as you can see on the screen, real artists, real music, claims free for YouTube. Now, I want to say this is not an advert, this bit, because I really passionately believe in them so much that I just wanted to tell you about them right now in the live stream. Essentially, what they're allowing us to do as creators is use music, like commercial music, that usually you'd have to pay heavy royalties for.
So music that is copyrighted.
Music that's copyrighted. So it could be anything from, Rick Astley to the latest hit from, John Newman or, Noel Gallagher's High-Flying Birds or something like that. So, it's really, really cool. They're basically kind of at a chicken and egg situation at the moment. And this is why I'd like you to go and check them out and see what you think. We'll put the link in the chat, by the way, mrc.fm/Licht. That's LICKD. I'd love you to go and check them out, sign up for an account, and I'd like you to download your first track, which is free, by the way, if you use my link.
On mic.
It's free on me. And then you can go ahead and use it in your next YouTube video or your next creation. Now, the coolest thing is they license it, and it starts from as little as £6 here in the UK or $8 in the US, and obviously your local currency wherever you are. So very, very affordable to choose the tracks. And what I really like is they, as you can see, they are adding all the time, but just added something from Noel Gallagher there, Reese Lewis, Becky Hill. We got really cool stuff. What else did I like as well that was recently added here? Yeah, so, the John Newman track.
Hang on. So can
Olivia
I just ask a question here?
Right, said Fred. Yeah, go on.
Can I ask a question? So what makes Licht different to other platforms? Can you just highlight that part? Because I think that that's so important. And I know that that's essentially what is really getting you excited about this.
Yeah, essentially, you can license commercial music for use in your videos. Now, there are certain rules that you have to obviously read, but like for most things like vlogs and creations like you and I do, it will be absolutely fine. If it's a brand sponsored video, then you can't license all the tracks for that because not all tracks want to be associated with a brand. But some, it's fine, and you'll get a little B sticker next to it, and you pay a little bit more if it's a brand-sponsored video, but then obviously you're probably getting paid to make the video. So it's really, really cool. And it essentially puts us as content creators online neck and neck with radio and TV who have been able to use these kind of tracks for eternity in their creations. So grateful. But the kind of use case thing right now, because this is a new service, and as you can see, if I show you the website here, it is Licht beta at the moment. They are fighting the battle right now for content creators. They are actually going out on the ground. I met these guys. They're wonderful people. They're going on the ground to the big record labels, and they're saying, hey, you know, content creators want to use your tracks and they're willing to pay. This is a new revenue stream for you. But in order to prove that concept, they kind of need us to start using those tracks so they can say, look at this, you know, right said Fred, 100 people have paid to license your track for use in their YouTube videos this month. And if enough people do that, the record labels will sit up and listen to them, and they're going out there, they're like literally hitting the ground, pounding doors, shaking hands and making this happen. But obviously the record labels are going to be a lot more interested if more of us start using this service. So it's in all of our interest to get into this. So again, let's get that link in the chat, mrc.fm/licht. I see Bjorn's done it. I would love for you to sign up today and go and license and download your first track. Even if you don't use it straight away, just license it so that you can see how the system works and how it all works out. Does that make sense, Isabella?
Does, yeah. And I was just actually looking at the pricing, and you know, if say once you go beyond that free track, it actually is really affordable, and that's what I really like about them. It's literally like it starts with $8 per song,
or £6 in the UK,
or £6 in the UK, $8, or in euros, €7. Per song. It's like it's a really fantastic way. It's like essentially they're trying to bring big creators, big music producers, musicians and singers into small creators, and that's fantastic. So the more of us actually uses that service, the more big music companies will effectively listen and jump on board with that. So it's so important that we support something like that, and it's fantastic that Mike is the ambassador. So we have a brand new feature, and what is it, by the way? Excited. The time is out. Hang on, the time is out.
Yes, the time is out by the end of the track. So you do have until the end of the track to submit your super chats and your scripts to be produced on Free Jingle Friday. But shall I intro the new feature, Isabella?
Yeah, go on ahead. Yeah, intro the new feature. So there is a brand new feature on Free Jingle Friday.
Yes, there is a brand new feature. We're gonna try this out this week, and if it's good and you guys like it, we'll do it every week. But I wanted to try it because I think it would be a bit of fun. We're gonna have the Licht track of the week, and it's basically going to be a track that I license and download from Licht, a commercial piece of music that has been licensed to be played on this stream. And by the way, if you get your license for YouTube, it also works on Facebook and Instagram, from what I understand. So, like, obviously this is going out on Facebook as well. So if you get any disputes or content ID claims over on Facebook, Licht will actually fight that battle for you and make sure that everything is, above board and all sorted. So it's really, really cool. And anyway, the track of the week this week comes from Becky Hill. She was a contestant in the original Voice UK series on the BBC here, and she's gone on to do great things and record some great tracks. So I really think you're going to like this. This is called Better Off Without You, and it's by Becky Hill. Enjoy. Have a listen. Thanks for the cough.
I thought my world was crumbling when I woke up and you weren't in my bed. Was left to wondering how you could walk away and never turn back. Tried to right all your wrongs. I never thought that I'd be lost, but I found the truth. I was searching for me in you. Now I'm better off without you, and it's finally clear to see. So to right all your wrongs. I never thought that I'd be lost, but I found the truth. I was searching for me in you. Now I'm better off without you, and it's finally clear to see that the person I was missing, it's not you, it's me. Now I'm better off without you, and I've never felt so free. 'Cause the person I was missing, it's not you, it's me. Better up, better up, better up without you. Better up, better up, better up without you. Thought my world was crumbling when I woke up and you weren't in my bed, and I was left to wondering how you could walk away and never turn back. 'Cause I'm better now. I'm better off without you, and I've never felt so free. 'Cause the person I was missing, it's not you, it's me. Better up, better up, better up without you. Better up, better up, better up without you.
Oh, wow, and that's a wrap. That is a wrap. That is Becky Hill, and yeah, I absolutely love that track. Gosh, that's energetic. I want to do that every week now. What do you think about that feature? If you like the Licht track of the week and you want this to stay, we'll feature a new track that you can license via Licht, by the way, every week. Just type "stay" in big caps in the chat. But yeah, go and license that one now. If you go into the description of either the YouTube or the Facebook live stream, you'll actually see the license ID from Licht, which is something you need to have there so that their really cool system can license everything and make sure you don't get a copyright strike. So go there and you'll see the link to directly license and download that Becky Hill track, or just to go and check out the website. Like I say, first track when you sign up is free, so go ahead, sign up, and immediately go ahead and license and download a track, even if you don't use it straight away, just so you can understand how the system works. Oh, I'm out of puff.
There you go. And the script submissions are now closed. That's it for the script. So, yeah, please do not post any further scripts or super chats. They are now closed.
Yes.
But that
so
was a
much fun.
boogie and a half, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I think, Mike, you should post the full name of the artist and the song title in the comments so that people can find that specific song.
Absolutely. I mean, it is in the description, like I say, to the YouTube and Facebook stream. A lot of people saying this feature should stay, so I'm glad you like that. And actually, My Stuttering Life asked an interesting question. Can you license this stuff for podcasts? The answer is, we'll have to look into that to find out what the official line is from Licht. I can't see why this wouldn't be an avenue that they want to explore. But yeah, I need to look into that and find out exactly what the use case scenario is. But if that is the case, then I mean, that's just another fantastic thing.
I do know. So Tim is asking, can they be used on radio? I do know that that's not a radio. Radio licensing is a very different sort of thing. So they are not designed for radio. That's not. There are so many licensing platforms for radio already. So that's not for radio. The idea is to essentially support creators with good quality music. So, and so.
Excellent. Yes. And
the same with internet radio. It's the different thing. It's not for internet radio or radio. It's for creators.
That's it. But obviously, like if you do a live stream like us and it's going out on YouTube or Facebook and you go through the licensing process, I would imagine you can play that track once in your live stream, just like we have done.
Yeah.
So you could kind of do a I'm speaking. This is my own thoughts and definitely not the thoughts and representation of Licht. Let me just say that. But I'm guessing if you did like an online radio show like that, and you licensed the tracks that you were going to play. I mean, if you did a radio show that lasted half an hour and you were playing like 8 tracks, the licensing costs are going to add up, obviously. But, if you're doing a radio show and you're making some money from it, it might be something you want to consider. So.
But
we'll have to look into the official answers on all these things.
The other thing that I do remember speaking
because we're not speaking for Licht.
No, but I remember when we chatted with Licht, they were very clear that they really want this to kind of blow up, and the more different use cases that will come up, the better chances they will have to actually bring them to us as creators. So if there is something that you would like to use it at, make sure to contact Licht and tell them about it, because the more people do that, the more chances they have to actually successfully bring that kind of licensing forward. So it's kind of one of those platforms that's so new. This, nobody has done anything like this before. So they're kind of treading on entirely new waters here. And it's just up to us creators to kind of help steer that ship in the right direction. And that's why we really want to be there from the very start. And we really want to openly say, hey, this is an absolutely fantastic concept. It solves so many different problems that we've seen creators battle through for years and years now. And it's just something that provides a solution. So that's why a huge thumbs up from us. So
thank you, DJ Christcentric. Just signed up and downloaded the first song. Stuart raised an interesting point, actually, saying it'd be cool if they offered vocal and instrumental versions. Actually, Stuart, if you go to their FAQ, that is one of the questions. Can I get an instrumental version of a track? And the answer here on their FAQ is yes. We have instrumentals for most of the catalogue. You should find it bundled with a vocal version. You'll be able to download either version once you get the license. And if it doesn't come, if your particular license track doesn't come with an instrumental, they give you an email address here where they'll get in touch with the rights holder essentially and see if they can get hold of it for you. So that's a
that is
feature.
another really, really cool thing, because it's that's such a good way to get instrumentals for well-known songs.
Absolutely. So go ahead and do it. Somebody was asking, if I sign up to Licht and download my first song, will you send me a microphone? I said, we'll send you lots of hugs. What can we send people? What can we do?
How do you send the stream hugs? How do you do that?
We'll send you lots of love next week on Valentine's Day stream. How does that sound?
That sounds perfect. Lots of that's it.
So you're going to take a look into that while we go and produce some jingles, right?
Oh gosh, yes. We better get on with that.
We've got a lot to do.
Right, hang on. There
my goodness,
a couple of things that I need to copy over.
Okay, well, I'm already here to start recording as soon as you are. So I'll just get Adobe Audition all figured out, and everything is actually all hunky-dory here. So
is it all hunky-dory?
It's all looking
right,
good.
so if you are watching us for the first time, what we are going to do first is record all the super chats first. So they will be recorded. Then Mike will produce the super chats. And then at the very end, we will record all the other scripts. So don't worry. After you hear us recording those scripts, that's not everything. There are over 90 scripts that we still have to record after this.
Yes.
So yours is very likely in there, okay? So hold on tight.
Okay, so shall I go into Adobe Audition here, hit the big record button, make sure it's working.
Sorry.
Hello, check. Yay, it's working. Okay, brilliant. And then let's go to the super chats first of all. We're going to record all of these and produce them. There's quite a few. In fact, it looks like there are 37 super chats, right? Is that right? Am I correct? Is everything there in the spreadsheet?
Oh my gosh, yeah, 30. Yes. No, it's 38.
38. Whoa. Oh, yeah, because
there's no title at the top. No.
Okay, let's get on with this then.
Gosh, yeah.
So, hang on, because I've done all that rambling at the start. Silence, please.
Okay.
Beep. Tighten your seatbelt and get ready to be taken to another level. This is DJ Mark the Sugar Boy. For more info, call 0394 830442.
Good evening and welcome to Nick's Monday Night Show, playing for you the latest music and tracks throughout the decades.
DJ Lordchild, the Nandi Hills finest. Wakey, you're listening to the More Music Saturday Breakfast Show with Adrian J.
Hey, don't dilly-dally, tune in to Four Valley. Oops. This is the greatest hits of all time with Adrian J. Radio like it used to be.
Changing your socks is good. Changing your radio station is bad. Keep it here on Fourth Valley Radio.
All the greatest hits right here, right now on Planet Rotation.
Let's light up this and every other Friday only here at Elgon Radio with TS the Expendable.
You're listening to iPanda Red, First Class Rock.
It's time for another Bible Coffee Cafe here on the Cafe Solar podcast with your host, Christopher Hogan.
It's now time for Rounder and Friends. His special guest for this show should keep you ranting to... Hang on. It's now time for Rounder and Friends. His special guest for this show should keep you the ranting to a minimum. We hope. No. Hang on a minute. I will do this again. It's now time for Rounders and Friends. His special guest for this show should keep the ranting to a minimum. We hope. Playing 5 great songs in a row. This is Chris Krug on East Lancs Radio.
You are listening to Safety Justice League podcast on Safety FM.
This is Safety Justice League. This is Safety Justice League presents on Safety FM.
And we are back on the Jay Allen Show on Safety FM.
Crunchy FM summer. Stand back. The music is hot.
Music you know, music you love. You're listening to Ecstasy Radio.
Rated R Safety Show. Sarcastic? Never.
DJ... Oh, that's you.
DJ P. Ranks will be taking your requests now.
The radio is hot, but the music is cool. We are your alternative internet radio station. We are FMC, Filipino Music Central. Your home, your music, your life.
D'Souza FM. Your weekend starts here.
Bonnie D'Souza, probably the best DJ in the world. This one's for me. Soulful Sunday on LMR every week from 6 to 8 p.m. with Mark Damon, direct from the Algarve.
Bonnie D'Souza, turning up the heat in the mix.
Valentine's Day love songs. Crunchy is your love god.
Your weekend kicks off right here, right now. The best of new country on Nashville Connections.
Listen to our host of the Rated R Safety Show, Self-Implode on our airwaves, only on Safety FM.
Lou Keefe?
Lou Keefe, yeah.
This is Lou Keefe, fresh music and light news, on air every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. on Radio Rockella.
Crunchy FM love songs will be your... Crunchy FM love songs. Will you be our Valentine?
DJ Nelson takes you across all music genres and the best hits of yesterday, bangers of today that keep you moving all night long. Now get ready to enjoy the best music and have a great time all tonight.
You're listening to the dynamic duo of Retro Guy and JT, live on Radio Retro Stationheads #1, home for radio the way you miss it.
A Suhovsky Enterprise production.
A Suhovsky Enterprise production. You're listening to an all-request show on Progzilla Radio, the best progressive rock.
Become a Goldilocks Productions VIP patron. Receive exclusive access to live-streamed special and other epic perks. Join the Goldilocks Productions VIP community today.
This show is proudly sponsored by Jimmy Mack, renowned medical, intuitive, and spiritual life coach. Visit www.jimmymackhealing.com. Playing your favorite music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and today. True Hit Radio. There we go.
That's it.
That is everything. So
Wee-hee.
we'll cut that down to size. And Isabella, maybe while I'm just chopping this up and making it nice, you would like to say some stuff. I know I can see a few people have been commenting about this this new Licht service we've been talking about. Maybe you want to respond to some of those questions.
Okay. Hang on. Looking at your questions. Looking at the questions. Okay, so very interesting questions actually coming along. Alexander is asking, what happens if you use songs to make radio jingles? I don't think you're allowed to do it. You're not allowed to alter the songs beyond mixing them to a specific length.
Down
so
to size,
you can
yes.
sort of cut it to a specific size to fit whatever production
Can't
you
remix,
do.
though.
But you can't remix and like mix with other things and alter to something else. So that's not allowed. But saying that, you should email Licht and say that that's something that you would really like to be able to do, because the more people do that, again, the more likely it will be something that they will want to bring forward into the future. So worth to.
And they'll argue that case to the record libraries, companies on your behalf. That's the cool thing about them.
Yeah.
This is like the way you've got to see it at the moment is this is kind of the Wild West. We're kind of finding our way, and we have this opportunity, this great opportunity now to license tracks for use in our videos and our online creation. But not everything is going to be perfect to start with. One thing I noticed, like I say, I've been a user of the service since sort of the middle to late part of last year, and there were kind of no rules. But now when you license a track, it gives you certain terms and one of them that popped up that I was like, oh, that's interesting. You can't download and license a song and use it to make one of those lyric videos. You see those all over YouTube. You type in Beatles, Here Comes the Sun, and the first result with 4 million views is like the Beatles, Here Comes the Sun lyric video, and someone's used some text editor. Obviously the record companies, they're not going to be keen on you doing those kind of things.
Yeah.
But unless you ask or you try or you email the team at Licht and say, can I do this? Or can you ask the record companies if we can do this with this track? Then we're not going to know, are we? Anyway.
Well, that's exactly it. No, that's exactly it. And it's really, truly, truly exciting. So if you would like to check it out and get a free song essentially to license
on us.
for you on us, head on over to mrc.fm/Licht, which is LICKD. So Licht without an E. So
we'll get it in the chat as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So head on over to that. It's really, really something we believe should be very prominent.
Yes.
As in, there are so many new content creators and so many kind of new online ways to have a show, just like we do right now. The Facebook Live and being on social media and broadcasting there. You kind of want to up your production game. That's a really, really fantastic way to be able to use really good quality music. That's essentially copyrighted music. So yeah, very, very exciting.
Yes.
Also, just another shout out to our brand new Patreon. So, as in, no, not a brand new Patreon. Sorry, wrongly phrased.
Yeah.
Brand new way you can support the show via Patreon.
Yes.
So head on over to mrc.fm/family. Did we say family?
Yes,
family.
Indeed.
Too many links. /family. And check it out if you would like to support the show simply by getting us a cup of tea every month. You can do that. Or, if you really enjoy the show, if you would like to make sure you have your script submitted without you being on the show, you can still do that. And Patreon is the way. So you can become a supporter, official supporter through there.
Yeah.
So mrc.fm/family.
Because a lot of people come in week out, and we really appreciate that you coming back to support us. And many people will actually come in and super chat every week. So it's just a way, essentially, like if you're doing that every week, well, why not go over to the Patreon and support that way? It's a great idea. Right. Go on, Isabella. Go on.
Yes. So now we are going to produce all the super chats. Don't worry if you haven't heard us record your script just yet. It's not the end. We still have a list of, over 90 scripts to get through. So don't worry. Your script is likely one of those 90.
Okay. On the way.
Yes.
Okay. Right, let's get into audition and let's get started with this. So I'm just going to move this audio back a bit and pull this all into view and have some fun with this.
Let's time you, Mike. How fast can you get through?
You don't want to rush it, do you?
Well, no, but you are quite good even when you rush it. 28 super chats. Sometimes pressure for you is kind of like,
This is DJ
38.
Mark the Sugar Boy. For more info, call 0394 830.
What did you say?
How quickly can you get through 38 jingles?
Oh my goodness.
Go on.
Do not
Ready,
put me to the
steady.
test. Okay. All right, let's do this. Let's get this going on. So we're using production library number 3 today, which is pretty cool. Let's grab this and pull that in.
It's a great idea.
Right, so we're just gonna. Whoa. Okay. You see now you made me all nervous. I'm jumping all over.
Oh dear!
All over my
I've put you under
multi-track.
pressure. There you go.
Okay, let's pull this in and move this here. Okay, right. Now we're ready to go.
Tighten your seatbelt and get ready to be taken to another level. This is...
Hang on, we need something a bit faster than that, don't we? Let's get that in.
Tighten your seatbelt and get ready to be taken to another level. This is deep.
Let's cut that there, and this is going to go there, and this is going to go there, and then we're going to go back and grab some sound effects. What else have we got here that's worth it? Let's move that in here.
DJ Mark the Sugar Boy. For more info, call 0394 830442.
And we just got a little cut we need to make there.
0394 83.
Let's do a little bit of false reverb there at the end.
830442.
And we just want to fade that down towards the end. So let's do that. And that should work nicely for the first one. Okay. On to the next stuff that's coming in here. So let's pull this in here. See what we can do with this. Play.
Good evening and welcome to Nick's Monday Night Show.
Okay, let's double track there. Pull that up there.
Welcome to Nick's Monday Night Show.
That's nice. And then pull that up.
Playing for you the latest music and tracks through.
And then that one's just going to go up there. And this is going to move over here. Yeah, you're pushing my boundaries, which is always nice.
And tracks throughout the decades.
All right, that definitely needs to hard cut there. Otherwise, it's not going to sound right.
And tracks throughout the decades.
And that's a good one. All right, let's move this over here. Move this over here. That's a good one. Top and tail.
DJ Lordchild. DJ Lordchild, the Nandy Hills finest.
That's a nice self-contained one. Let's put some nice echo there at the end. And of course, Isabella, to produce this fast, I am using Adobe Audition presets.
Yay!
Tell us more about those. It's actually what you see on the screen right here now.
Yes. So if you would like to be as speedy as Mike and have this awesome template to produce jingles and make awesome vocal effects and easily insert sound effects and music and all sorts of cool stuff, head on over to mrc.fm/presets.
Yes, and you almost said sound effects as well. We do have sound effects as well. Where are they?
mrc.fm.
If you want the effects I'm using here.
SFX.
mrc.fm/SFX, and we'll get those links in the chat for you. So yeah, if you want to
Although
produce...
I do have a feeling that we need to update that link actually because
Okay.
We've made some changes, so yes.
Sound effects, there are one link. Presets to produce really fast at another link.
Wakey, wakey, you're listening to the more...
Let's put another beep in somewhere.
Wakey, wakey, you're listening to the More Music Saturday Breakfast Show.
And then that's going to go there, and that's going to go up there, and it's going to sound like this.
Go with Adrian J.
And it's as simple as that. Okay, let's move this over here. Move this one in. And that's a quick, short, sharp little beep there. Let's see what we can do with this little piece of audio. Let's move this in over here.
Hey, don't dilly-dally.
And then we'll move it into somewhere where we can really hear what Isabella's saying.
Dally. Tune in to Form Valley.
Nice. I quite like that jingle. That's a pretty cool and snappy one there. Right. What else have we got here? Okay, let's move this over here. See what we can produce. So this is coming in over here, and we're bringing this in with this nice digital startup.
This is the greatest hits of all time with Adrian J.
Nice little sweeper there. Again, we'll probably go for a bit of echo and a classy beep at the end. Let's just get that little beep there at the end. That'll go nicely.
All time with Adrian J. Radio like it used to be.
Oh, and that's a tagline we can't miss. Let's pull that up.
With Adrian J. Radio like it used to be.
I really like that filter. I'm using that a lot today. So if you can't tell, you go through phases of liking certain effects and things like that, and plugins and everything else. Right, let's play this.
Changing your socks is good. Changing your radio station is bad. Keep it here on Fourth Valley Radio.
All right, we're going to need a little bit of music to roll in here. Let's see what we got. Music, FX beats, and let's pull in...
That's cool.
That's quite a cool mixed bed, isn't it? Okay, so that's going to pull in there.
Changing your socks is good.
And then we're going to zoom into the music bed. So we're going to do a little cut here.
Is good. Changing your radio station is
And then we need a bad.
bad. Bad. Keep it. Bad. Keep it here on Fourth Valley Radio.
All right, Fourth Valley Radio has to have a little bit of echo.
On Fourth Valley. Yeah, on Fourth Valley Radio.
Okay, we're getting through these, so yeah, I hope you're keeping track of the time, Isabella, so you can go give me an exact breakdown of exactly how long these jingles took to create.
Okay.
And no cheating. Right, let's pull that and do that. And then, of course, we'll get into those free jingles,
Let's light up this.
which is why we call it Free Jingle Friday, of course.
Yay.
It's your chance to get something back. That's the whole thing. When you come into this stream, you do not need to give a penny or a dollar or a cent via Super Chat or Patreon. You can sit here every week, week in, week out, if you wish, if you so wish, and just request via the form for some free voiceovers. That's perfectly fine.
Let's light up this and every other Friday only here.
And actually, we love doing it. You know?
We do.
That's the whole thing. What is it in life that you... Sounds like a Tony Robbins speech, doesn't it? What is it in life you love so much, you do it for free? So we kind of love what we do so much, Isabella, we're doing it for free.
We are, indeed.
Which is nice, yes.
And every other Friday.
Okay, let's just wrap Friday a little bit. And we'll put it on the EQ bar up here. No, that's not going to be right. Let's copy and paste.
Friday only here. Friday only here at Elgon Radio with TS the Expendable.
Oh, I love it when that fits, but there's just a slight little thing here. Oh, I want to put the out there, and then it's going to be perfect.
The Expendable.
There we go. I'm really glad, actually. Nice to see the comments about the lights behind me that you like them. Yeah, it took me like at least a day last weekend to get these all sorted out. I'm really proud of myself, Isabella, because actually, as well as installing these LifeX lights, and they obviously plug into the mains power, but because we've got like a little kind of back room behind us, which is where the streaming PC is, I'm really proud because this, I don't know if you can see it, but there are actually no wires at all visible if I move out the way.
That's really cool, right?
No wires visible at all. And why is that? Because I'm so proud that I actually drilled a hole through the wall, fed the wire through, and kept the mains power back in our back room. So, you know, it's all about aesthetics, isn't it?
It really is.
It's all about aesthetics. So there we go. Right. Let's get back down to some production and let's grab this one. Heartbeat. Oh, a heartbeat. Ooh. It's a bit weird. Why is there a heartbeat in Production Library 3, Isabella?
Why not?
You messing about?
What do you mean, are you messing about?
I don't know. Why?
I don't mess
it's
about.
Like really random to have a heartbeat in our production library. I suppose it would be good for like a horror thing, maybe, or.
You're listening to iPanda Red. First class.
All right, let's move this up here and.
First class rock.
Oh, and the rock needs to be grungy.
Rock.
Okay. What do we got here now? Okay, moving along as we go. Let's pull this. All right, let's move this down and see what we can do with this. So we got this here.
It's time for another Bible Coffee Cafe.
And then we're going to move in with a little bit of a, I don't know if a white glitch will do here.
here on the Cafe Solar podcast.
And then we need to do this.
Cast with your host. Chris.
And this is going to go up here.
Host Christopher Hogan.
Perfect. And then we're going to move this over here. I am rising to your challenge.
Friends. His special guest for this show should keep you ranting too.
Yes, this is the one I remember. We need to go.
Hang on a minute. I will do this again.
Okay, perfect. Let's take that take. See, I'm good at remembering where the outtakes are. It's good to have that memory. That's a producer's memory, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like you just automatically remember. That saves you a lot of time when you're producing. It is LED, Alexander. Sorry, I don't always see the comments, but I just caught your comment from the corner of my eye. They are LEDs. They're from Lifx, Lifx, and never used them before. We've been very much Hue users here, Philips Hue. But I have to say I like them because they do the multicolours, which the Hue strips do not. So that's kind of added bonus if you're into that kind of stuff. I still like Hue, by the way, but this is cool.
It's now time for...
When it comes to LEDs, I mean, also like I've got a bunch of LEDs like from China sitting in a drawer somewhere. I must get around to using at some point, but you know they're so cheap, but they require a little more work because you have to get like things like Node MCUs and wires and mains power and stuff. And with Lifx, they've obviously done that work for you, so it's nice.
It's now time for Rounders and Friends. His special guest...
All right, let's EQ the heck out of that. Just move that up there. Let's see, how's that going to work? Pull that down.
This show should keep the ranting to a minimum. For this show should keep the ranting to a minimum. We hope.
Right, and we're going to do something funny there. So we're going to put that there and that there.
Minimum. We hope. Minimum. We hope.
There we go. And moving along here nicely now. Let's see what we got. Okay, let's pull this down. I'm so glad actually that those of you watching, you really enjoyed the Licht track of the week, by the way. I think we can really have fun with that feature every week. I'm not quite sure yet how it's going to develop, but like literally we're going to handpick. I'm just going to look at the catalogue every week because they're always adding new songs, signing new deals with record labels. And I'm just going to like pull out a track, either a new track that maybe like none of us have heard before. Oh, that's cool. Let's play that. Or maybe, you know, when an epic artist, I'm just waiting for them to sign Armin van Buuren, Isabella, and then I'll be like, here's the latest track on MRC Live from Armin. That'll be a moment for me, Isabella. You know it will.
I know it would be.
Yes.
I know it would be. You're doing quite well, by the way. You have
Thank you.
gone through 13 minutes, 12 jingles. So stop talking, start producing.
You have to work it out mathematically by the end of this and say to me, Mike, you did a jingle a minute or a jingle every 2 minutes or a jingle every 30 seconds. So get your mathematics cap on and we'll be working this out.
You bet.
Okay, let's do this. And thanks. I just caught Doug's chat there. Thanks, Doug, for letting those new arrivals know that submissions have closed for this week's Free Jingle Friday.
Playing 5 great songs in a row. This is Chris Krug on East.
And then we need EQ, of course, on the end here. So let's move this up. But yeah, those of you who are new, who are hoping for a script this week, don't worry if you've missed out, because that's why it's called Free Jingle Friday. We literally are here every Friday.
Playing 5 great songs in a row. This is Chris Krug on East Lancs Radio.
That's a good one for me. Let's move on. See what we can do here. Pull that in and... Oh. Really, really interesting stuff. Okay, that's going to go in there clearly. And that's going to go like this.
You are listening to Safety Justice League podcast.
Let's throw that in like this.
On Safety F.
Oh yeah, we can have some fun with that. So that can go there. And then we're going to have this, which is going to go like that, 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 that.
Or on Safety F.
No. Need to push that up there.
Or on Safety FM.
And then we've got this one.
This is...
And that's you. Quick stutter and a wipe.
This is Safety Justice League.
Right, we clearly need to differentiate there, so let's push that one up there.
This is Safety Justice League.
Oh, no, we can't do that. Hang on. Well, let's just make that smoother.
Safety Justice League. Safety Justice League.
That'll work. And then pull this one up here. What we got now? Okay. That's an interesting swoosh. Let's move that interesting swoosh. No, I've already had that one. I don't like using the same effects again if I can help it. Just like to keep the freshness up here.
This is Safety Justice.
Oops.
This is Safety Justice.
It's justice. I think that's the wrong take.
Yes.
This is Safety Justice League. Presents on Safety FM.
I think that's from the original jingle, is it?
And we are back.
So
What do you mean?
I've got a feeling because the first jingle I just did there was Safety Justice League, so it's like...
Safety Justice League. Is Safety Justice League. Presents on Safety FM.
Okay, let's do it twice just in case. So
No, because there are two.
okay, cool. That's good then. Good that you know.
Justice League presents on Safety FM.
And we'll move in that swoosh for the end here.
Presents on Safety FM.
That's cool. Yes. I love the fact that Alexander's asking if I love a track by Armin van Buuren. I love all tracks by Armin van Buuren. There's not a single track that Armin van Buuren has made that I have not loved, Isabella, as you can well testify to, right?
Yes.
Yes. Actually, very privileged as part of JBL Fest last year in Vegas. I actually got to go out there and not only see Armin live, an intimate gig, just a couple of hundred people there, but also I was one of a few attendees of a masterclass he threw there at the Palms Hotel Casino.
Coached by the master.
Yes.
Yes.
So I took away lots of enthusiasm and lots of energy and lots of ideas from that. It's really cool.
And we are back on the Jay Allen Show on Safety FM.
And he's truly, Isabella, he's truly a master of his craft. I mean, this is a guy that's, I'm definitely really into the kind of stuff he does. And there's a lot of stuff on YouTube. I know he does a weekly show, A State of Trance. But there's also a lot of really good documentaries about Armin. And if you look actually at his life story, it's like he's been about EDM, dance music, and producing, since he was a little boy, which is really where it starts. It's certainly where it started for me as well. And I often think when I do these streams, I think I'm kind of talking to the future, the past version of myself in a way. That's why I kind of find doing this stuff. I don't know about you, Isabella, but that's how I find doing this stream so easy, because I don't really think too much anymore about what I say. I just talk as if I'm talking to the past version of myself. I know it sounds really weird, right?
Nice.
But when I used to work in radio, it was always like, you need to talk to the high-end demographic. I remember there was one radio station I worked at, will remain nameless. Hang on, can I just say? I know you've got an idea. Yeah. But and they used to tell you exactly who you were talking to. Well, you're talking to a lady called Deborah, and she's got 2 children. She's between 25 and 35, and she likes to watch Love Island, and these are her favourite pieces of music, and you had an exact avatar. But now for me, I'm just talking to myself. Which could be a sign of insanity. Anyway, what were you going to say?
No, I was going to say that, we received this email the other day, and it actually really kind of shocked me in a way, because somebody wrote, they've placed their first order of Music Radio Creative, and they said, I've dreamt of having jingles done by Music Radio Creative ever since I was a kid. Whoa. And I was like, oh my gosh, have we been around this long?
We're that old.
But we have been around since actually 2006. Yes. So kind of like, that's if true. You think about it, like somebody had enough time to be a kid, grow up, and actually really want jingles done by us.
That's actually insane.
Right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know, this literally blew my mind. So, yeah.
That's cool, though. I love it. Absolutely love it. So let's crack on.
Crunchy FM Summer. Stand back.
Nice. Yes, I agree with you, Yash1331. You must install RGB to not only all acoustic panels, but just anything that you can RGB. Like, if you go back on my channel, look up Ultimate Audio PC Build on my channel. I got the RGB fans in there, and they are just awesome. They're still installed, and they glow in the dark, and they look amazing. I'm a big fan of RGBing correctly. And thank you for the kind and positive comments about our LEDs, which I've had a lot of fun playing with, actually. So, yeah, I love all that stuff. I love, as well as producing jingles, I do tinker a lot with home automation, and I really, really like it, because there's just so much you can do with it. See what we got here.
The music is hot. Dick is hot. Dick is hot.
Music you know. Music you...
Oh, hang on. I've got a feeling that was the end bit.
Crunchy FM Summer. Stand back.
Oh, yes, that was.
The music is hot.
That's nice. Yes.
Music you know. Music you love. You're listening to Ecstasy.
Yeah.
Music.
John has actually corrected me. I did miss the end of the jingle, so I'm glad I corrected myself.
Music you know. Music you love.
And then a little bit in here, which is going to cut us over to this little bit.
You're listening to...
And let's get that in on the beat.
To Ecstasy Radio.
Quite like that little tinny robotic sound there. Let's pop this in. Save. Oh, why do I not save more often? That's so important these days where anything can happen. Especially as we don't have a UPS on our computer. Just imagine that. Just imagine that the power all went down here on the Isle of Wight. Everything would be gone.
Oh no! Don't
We'd
jinx
have to start
it.
again.
Don't jinx it.
Well, I've just saved the session now, so yes.
Yeah, that helps.
If we had a UPS, Isabella, that would never happen. Oh dear. Okay. Sore subject. Let's move on.
Sorry.
Rated R Safety Show. Rated R Safety Show.
And then we're going down here.
Show. Sarcastic? Never.
Never.
I like that. That's a good one.
DJ. Oh, that's you.
This one's for you as well. So let's get in and move this in.
DJ P Ranks will be taking your request. DJ P Ranks will be. DJ P Ranks will be taking your requests now.
I love the way DJP Ranks, among others, is a supporter week in, week out
There
on
you
this
go.
live stream. Thank you for that. Right, let's
Thank
move
you
this
indeed.
down. I've got that Becky Hill track in my head now.
I do too. It's
It's like going round and round on a loop, round and round.
Yeah,
Please
I know.
make it
I
stop.
know.
Yeah. There we go.
The radio is hot, but the music is cool.
And you actually, when we were,
We are your alternative internet radio station. We are FM.
You were referring to it earlier as we were jamming out to it in the studio earlier, and you were saying, this is a little bit like my journey with gluten. And you're like, I'm better off without you. It's not you, it's me,
It's me.
gluten. I thought, well, that's
it.
cool. That's,
I know, yeah, I know. That's it. I was
There you
definitely experimenting not eating gluten, and I feel so much better.
So
and
much
I'm
better.
like, oh gosh. Well, yeah, definitely.
thing is, like, I don't know what, like, those of you in the chat think, but like, you can give up everything these days. It's so trendy to give things up, isn't it?
is.
You can give up alcohol. You can give up gluten.
We've given up
You
alcohol.
can stop eating. Yeah, that's right. You can stop eating like meat. You can go vegan. You can whatever else. Stop eating fish because they got like heavy metals in, and it's like,
Yeah.
what actually can you eat Like, if you actually lower it down to the things that are absolutely 100% safe and not genetically modified and doesn't have anything in that will make you in any way upset, you're probably down to eating nuts and seeds, right?
Yeah.
Is this just like, I'm not listening to you? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The radio is hot, but the music is cool. We are your alternative internet radio station. We are FM.
We are FMC.
Oh, I like that.
FMC.
We are FMC.
MC.
Filipino Music Central.
Oh, no, we have to do a cut there because that's not quite right. Let's pop that in like that.
FMC.
Filipino Music.
All right, we've got to cut this properly. Otherwise, it's going to sound rubbish.
FMC.
Filipino Music Central. Your home.
All right, that's going to be perfect.
Central. Your home. Your home. Your music. Your life.
Okay, cracking on a little bit more here with everything that we have. Back into sound effects. Space. Yes, I love space. Right, let's pull this in.
The Sousa FM. Your weekend starts here. The Sousa FM. Your weekend starts here.
It's a nice little tail there.
In the world.
And... oh.
Bonnie D'Souza. Bonnie D'Souza.
Probably the best DJ in the world.
Quite like that. Going to stick with that idea.
DJ in the world. DJ in the world.
It's quite like alternative, isn't it? Probably the best DJ in the world.
A little bit dark.
Soulful Sunday. Sunday on LMR every week.
Right, that's cutting and going up, and that's going there.
PM with
There you
Mark
go, DJ
Damon,
Piranx says he gave
direct
up
from the
meat except
Algarve.
fish. It will be nearly 3 years ago. So did we, actually.
Say that again, Isabella?
DJ Piranx gave up meat except fish in March 3 years ago.
pescatarian, like us, right?
Yeah, pescatarian. So we did the same thing. We did it, how many years ago? 5 years ago? 6 years ago now.
2014.
6 years ago.
2014. Can you believe that?
6 years ago now.
6 years ago, we became, we started off by going vegan, found that kind of just wasn't working in terms of energy levels and vitamins.
We didn't really go about it the right way, but now we can easily go to being vegan for a while. And
we're aspiring vegans.
Yes.
And then we went alcohol-free 2 years ago, and actually, I have to say, never felt better, actually.
That's it.
It is, it's like, if you do want to give it up, if you ever thought about it, I know, like, most adult human beings like to drink. If you've ever thought about it, it's a tough journey, especially starting out.
It's life-changing, though.
But yeah, it's amazing.
It's life-changing.
The amount of energy I have now to do things, and like, all right, I don't say this lightly, and actually, I don't often talk about this on the live stream because it's kind of personal life, it's real life. But actually, this stream, anything goes. We just talk about everything, don't we? Kind of like open it all out. So in case you're interested to hear this, I would say the last 2 years since I gave up alcohol, Isabella, we both gave up at the same time. It was late 2017. The last 2 years have been like absolutely 100% the best 2 years of my life, just in terms of everything, in terms of my productivity here in the studio, the opportunities that have opened up to me. I mean, I've always had exciting and interesting things going on, but I just really feel that, and you might call it a coincidence, but I think in the last 2 years since I stopped drinking completely and went teetotal or dry, as you might call it, or sober, as some people call it, just been the most amazing thing for me. Personally, and I think yourself as well, Isabella.
Absolutely. No, I absolutely. It's as you said, the first 6 months is tough, but it's only because of the social expectation, and you suddenly notice how much of a social pressure there is to actually have alcohol in our modern culture. And then the moment you get over that, the moment you kind of rise above that, you suddenly are like, well, why did they bother with this in the first place? It's literally not worth it. You can have amazing time with friends. You can go out. You don't have to drink. and you don't lose the next day because of hangover. You don't
And you
lose
observe
enormous
that.
amounts of money in the process too, because drinking alcohol is very expensive. So when we go out, our bill for a meal is all of a sudden so much smaller. And over the years, it really adds up. It really, even if you don't drink much, it really adds up.
It is
over the
funny
years.
to observe the social tics as well, particularly, like you go out and you're in social situations and a lot of people still drink. And actually, I think people become a more caricatured version of themselves when they drink, but also like they become a bit silly, right? Just become a bit like alcohol, I'm not an expert, but it gets into the brain cells and it kind of disables all that logical thinking and just kind of makes you that's why people do it, because it kind of relaxes you a bit, doesn't it? It's like, but also definitely like what I've observed over the last 2 years, it makes people a little more silly, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really, really does. But I think that, if there is any message, especially to younger people who feel like under pressure that they should have a drink because it's trendy or it's fun and everybody has it, so I have to have it too. Actually, I would say be better than that and rise above the rest, because it's like something like that makes you so much stronger as well in social situations. And I really hope, I know, Mike, you are kind of like a kind of inspiration figure to many young people, and I think that's an important message to kind of weave in to what we do, because you are fantastic at what you do, and you've discovered that actually not having alcohol makes it so much better to be creative and to be good in life. So
thank you, Isabella. And it does, it makes things crisper and clearer. You can have just better times, better memories. It's just fascinating what it does, and I can see I'm not the only one. Page there said we made those changes in the last 6 months. Never felt better. Well done, Russells. Your lifestyle heroes. Thank you, Paige. My stuttering life gave up alcohol 5 years ago. Life is so much better.
It really, really
Just
is.
a few things there.
And also you kind of if you look at it from a very kind of if you stand on the side and watch life from a side seat, so to speak, you will notice that a lot of the alcohol is brought to us by a lot of big companies that want to kind of inject that kind of idea that to have a good lifestyle you have to have a glass of wine or expensive whiskey and bourbon or whatever else. It's like all of it is bollocks, frankly. So it's like if you watch it from the side and see how much of it is injected through like little things in day-to-day life, you'll be just like, okay. It's like it's just somebody's agenda to make money. It's not
absolutely.
for your life to be better. So
and it's it is interesting, and it is potentially life-changing. As just before we get back into the production, Christopher actually says, I actually stood up to my parents about it when I was a young teenager, and that's interesting because I don't think there's a single person watching or listening to this live stream right now that hasn't in some way had their lives impacted by alcohol, even if that's a family member or a distant family member. There will be somebody, everybody watching or listening to this stream right now will have a story to tell about how alcohol has impacted them in some way. And I think also children, talking about children, we have 2 kids, young kids, and children are smart and they notice how grown-ups handle drink.
They do.
And it's really, really interesting, and even if you think they're not watching, when you're at a social function and you're having 4 or 5 and you're tucking them away and you're getting a bit silly, kids are picking up on that, and it's not necessarily a great message to send to the next generation. But it's just starting to sound rather preachy now, Isabella.
I know it sounded very preachy, but I think it's such a we don't actually even see it as a big part of our life, because it isn't anymore. It's not a big deal. It's just life. It's a normal part of life. But I think it's such an important message. I don't know. It just sounded like today maybe was a good day to share that. But
yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and always up for these conversations. And actually, you can see from the from the chat. I can't read them all out at the moment. Maybe you can shout them in a sec. A lot of people actually feeding back and giving some information there. So
absolutely, absolutely. So I can see that Cafe Sola says that he stopped drinking when his son was born, and he's now 22. So well done. Goldilocks says thank you for sharing your story. Doug says he's never been a drinker himself.
Yes, and there's actually on that, because we were just talking about this the other day, there's actually a new book out by Professor David Nutt. He's well known here in the UK. He's written a book on drink and alcohol, which I really want to read, because when you stop, you still continue the journey of, listening to these books and the information and just gathering that information on why you've made the right decision. He was actually sacked by the government here in the UK, not this current government, but previous government, for wanting to say that alcohol is pretty dangerous and we should probably talk about that. And the government were kind of like, how about no? So it's one of those things that comes from the top down in a way, isn't it? That it's something that is grandfathered into our system. And if anyone was to discover this substance tomorrow and say, should we just like sell this in supermarkets? But anyway, we're going super deep now, Isabella, and I don't know if it's our
Cafe
place to do
Sola
it.
says, preach it, Mike. That's a good message. It is a good message. It's important, and it's it's really in a way it's really terrible because so many really well-known figures encourage that to young people, and I don't think that that's a good message to spread. Where there is such an amazing kind of alternative, but you've got to get there to appreciate it. That's the tough part. That's why it's not so popular, because not many people get through it where you don't drink at all. And I'm not talking here about, I have a drink, once in a blue moon or whatever. So many people do, but that does not count in a way. You've got to be 100% clear to really, really notice how much of a difference that makes, but also you notice how socially, in a way, unacceptable it is not to drink in so many situations. And it's been a really interesting journey for us.
But I think good things are happening all the time, and I do believe in the power for good and positive change. And I do believe that as a human species, if you like, we're getting better and better every day. That's
there you go. I think that let's go back to the jingles.
Okay.
Let's go back to the jingles. There you go. From
Susa.
alcohol, jingles to alcohol and back to jingles. Now.
Exactly. Why not? I know that you come for the jingles and the production and watching the audition, but hopefully you enjoy it when we go off on these tangents.
I know what tangents.
Bonnie D'Souza, turning up the heat in the mix.
But that's why we love you guys and we love what we do, because it is about the jingles and creating this and doing what we do and doing what we love. But it's also the fact there's this wonderful community to see the same people coming back week in, week out. We kept talking about how we need to keep the conversation going throughout the week, in some form or another with like hashtags and stuff. And, we've got a community as well, Isabella, that we just like sitting there, community.musicradiocreative.com. We actually need to do far more with. I think we will in the future as well. But anyway, that's another separate subject. Kind of having an MRC meeting now.
Yes.
Let's actually focus on the task at hand here.
Valentine's Day love songs. Crunchy is your love god.
That's I like that one. Yeah, that's cool. All right. Now you've lost all the timing on how long I'm taking.
I've lost it now.
Yes.
But you were averaging around 1.5 minutes per jingle, so keep it up.
Pretty nice, yeah.
That's quite neat.
Your weekend kicks. Your weekend kicks off right here, right now. The best of new country on Nashville Connections.
Listen.
Okay, let's move that one over there for a second, and let's go back, because I think, what have we got here? Maybe not.
It's now. The best of new. Right now. The best of new country on Nashville Connect.
All right, Nashville Connections needs to be up there.
Country on Nashville Connections.
Listen to our host of the Rated R Safety Show. Listen to our host of the Rated R Safety Show. Self-implode on our airwaves, only on Safe.
Okay, we need a little explosion going on there somehow, maybe. That's right there.
On our airwaves, only on Safety FM.
We'll do a little fade out there to keep it nice and short. There we go. All right. Over here, we're starting to get towards the tail end of these wonderful super chats, which we're always really grateful for.
Luke Keefe?
Okay, let's move that one in. Let's go back and we'll find some, some FX beats.
This is Luke Keefe. Fresh music and light news.
And we need to do that. Didn't mean to do that. Let's move that there.
And light news on air every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. on Radio Rockella.
Crunchy FM love songs will be your Crunchy FM love songs. Will you be our Valentine?
Going up to the top.
Songs. Will you be our Valentine?
All right, let's see how we're getting on here. That's going in. Okay.
DJ Nelson takes you across all music genres and the best hits of yesterday.
This is going in here.
Bangers of today. Yesterday. Bangers of today.
Sound effects.
Yesterday. Bangers of today. That keep you moving all night long. Now get ready to enjoy the best music. And have a great time. And have a great time all tonight.
You're listening to the dynamic duo of Retro Guy and
Okay, bit more.
of Retro Guy
And then this is going to go here.
live on Radio Retro Stationhead's #1. Home for radio the way you miss it. Home for radio the way you miss it.
That's it, and a little fade out there. And we're moving on here. And this is going to go here.
A Suhovsky Enterprise production. A Suhovsky
And this is cutting in half here.
Enterprise production. Enterprise.
Suhovsky
Enterprise production.
Suhovsky.
Interesting how you and I said enterprise production so differently there. Let's see if we can snap that down to size a little bit.
Enterprise production. Enterprise production. Enterprise production.
Let's make it nice and stereo.
Enterprise production.
There we go, and a fade out on the end beat there.
You're listening to an all-request show on Progzilla Radio, the best progressive rock.
Become a
Rock and roll.
You're listening to an all-request show on Progzilla Radio, the best.
That obviously has to go up there.
Rockzilla Radio. Best progressive rock.
Nice.
Come and go.
And let's call this into the mix.
Come and Goldilocks Production.
Let's move this over here.
Become a Goldilocks Productions VIP patron.
Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks.
All right, this needs to be emphasized.
And other epic perks. Join the Goldilocks Productions VIP community today.
Okay, we're definitely nearly there with this. Let's do a little save out here. What have we got? Thank you, Michael. What a wonderful super chat you gave us today, and for your kind words as well. I've just seen in the chat there. Very lovely. Let's see what we've got. A nice bit of vocoder there. Right, let's move this in.
This show is proudly sponsored by Jimmy Mack. Renowned medical, intuitive, and spiritual life coach.
That's a bit too. Let's go back to our sound effects. What we got here? Beat wipes.
This show is proudly sponsored by Jimmy Mack. Renowned medical, intuitive, and spiritual life coach. Visit www.jimmymac.
Pull the pause out there.
www.jimmymachealing.com.
Let's make this nice and tight here. There we go.
www.jimmymachealing.com.
And over here we've got
Playing
this.
your favorite music from the 60s.
This, and this.
Playing your favorite music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. A true hit radio.
And that, as they say, is an absolute wrap. Let's go to this one, and just going to grab the phone and do a little Instagram. This will be going out on my personal account at iMikeRussell. Let's do it at a artsy angle here. Okay, and now it's over to you, Isabella. You talk about lots of really cool stuff, and I will be right back to do more jingles. But you do really cool things and talk about nice things.
Right. Can you put something on screen for me? Can you put the...
Not really, because I'd have to leave it up on screen and it would look a bit silly. So just talk about things, and when I come back, I can put whatever you talk about on screen.
I shall
talk about cool things.
Okay, cool things. All right. I just really wanted to go back to what we've mentioned at the start of the show, because it really, truly is something that is worth paying attention to. So every single month, if you go over to our website, musicradiocreative.com, there is a sale section. We update it every month. So at the moment, February obviously is on. This is the first show of February. So head on over there. We have a lot of great products at half of the usual price, or a little bit more, or a little bit less, but more or less it's half the price there. Some amazing products at really good discounts. It's just our way to highlight certain things in the on the website. So at the moment, some production libraries, you can grab them at half the usual price or less. For example, country work parts, they are less than half the usual price. Some really quality things, but also every month we feature different voices, so we give you opportunity to try all sorts of different voices here at Music Radio Creative and try them at reduced price. So at the moment we have our Italian voice Daniela, there is Suzanne, who's our US voice, and Drew, who's our UK male voice, and I am there too. So you can grab it from there and have a little look. It's definitely worth checking it out if you haven't already. As I say, it's updated every month. We do send emails about it, so if you are on our mailing list, you will get an update with that as well. But it's just something that I know many of our customers appreciate. So there you go. I will actually post the link to it now in the comments. And other than that, since Mike has decided to use his little boys room this way around, you can ask me anything. How about that? You can actually ask me anything. That's a good opportunity to do that. But other than that, just really, really excited for next week's show, which is going to be all about love. We're going to select some nice kind of love-themed track from Licht, so that maybe you can grab that track too if you haven't already. Remember that the first Licht track is for free, so it's really, really worth to grab it and have a little tester of the service that they have, but also show the support for a wonderful cause that they are trying to represent. So if you have been watching from the start, you will know that that's the case. Would love to know. Paige is asking, how is the voiceover going? It's going really, really great. I'm still absolutely stunned that people actually want to order my voice. It's fantastic. I'm glad I've done it. It's I've been sort of holding that off for a really, really long time, thinking, no, I'm not good enough. This isn't going to work out. But then I've just done it, and I'm really glad I have. It's really, really lovely. I'm very excited when every order comes in. So I put lots of enthusiasm into all the orders as they come in. Vince is asking, how tall am I? I'm 160. Is it 168 centimeters?
5'7" or 171 centimeters. That's
Thanks,
very
Mike.
accurate.
There you go. We are exactly, just a little curious fact. Mike and I are exactly the same height. Yes. So we are literally to a centimeter exactly the same height. So a little something you didn't know about us. There you go.
There you go. Indeed. Yeah. So much exciting stuff. You were indeed talking about the Music Radio Creative website, if I remember correctly, which I can actually now show on the screen. The reason I didn't want to is there's a little box of me in the corner, and it would look silly if I wasn't there. that's okay. And it's just the sale button.
Hang on, because you are crashing my show now.
Go on, off you go.
You're crashing my show, all right? I'm doing Ask Me Anything, and you are just coming in and crashing this. So My Stuttering Life is asking, will we be attending Podcast Movement in August in Dallas? I think it's safe to say that at least Mike is going to be there. I don't think both of us will. August is the middle of summer holidays here in the UK, and our beautiful children are off school, which means that one of us needs to be on parent duty. Yes, Mike?
For those of our friends in Texas, you will be in Texas in March.
I will be in Texas in March, so come and say hi.
Tell us more. How can anyone who's based in Texas come and meet you? What city are you going to be in? Why are you going?
I am heading over to South by Southwest. Wee-hee. So very excited. It's going to be my very, 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 very first time in Texas in general. So really, really cool to be going to Austin. So if you are sort of making your way there in some way in March, then let me know. I would love to. I think I'm leaving on the 14th of March. Let me just have a look. Is it 14th of March to the... where am I going to... I'm going to be there from the 15th of March to the 21st.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So heading over for a good solid week. If you would like to meet with me, let me know. You can tweet me at Isabella Russell, and we can fix the date.
Excellent. Are you going there for any particular reason, or just to hang out?
I'm just going to hang out.
That's so cool.
No, I'm going there. We've been actually invited to be an industry leader as Music Radio Creative industry leader. So I'm going to be there sort of answering various questions from people who might be interested in what we do. Yep.
Nice. Anywhere else that we can find you, Isabella, now or in the future?
No, I'm not as excited with my travels as you are. So at the moment, I only have Texas on my diary. You've got far more.
But I'm sure I'm
not going to wrap this in anymore
as we go forward into the future. So that's the good thing here. And there's a ton of cool places that I'll be heading to. Amsterdam next week. ISE at the RAI there. And where else? VO Atlanta's coming up. There's in Atlanta, Georgia.
You're also in Iceland?
In Atlanta. I'm going to be in Iceland in April. We'll start talking about that soon.
Talking about busy calendars,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Talking about busy calendars.
There's a lot going on.
There is. Yeah, we're going to be, but I guess that's off work trip. But we are also heading for Amsterdam in June. We're going to Amsterdam in June. That'll be
Yes, but
exciting.
that's us. That's our little break.
That's our little break. Yeah. Yeah.
So, yes, there is most definitely a lot to look forward to, and I'm super, super excited
Paige is
about it.
asking when we are coming to Cayman Islands.
And that's a cool idea. I like that.
That is a cool idea. Yeah. That's a cool idea. So shall we record? Shall we record the rest of stuff?
We've got nearly 100 scripts, so we
There's plenty.
better hit the record button here, which I'm going to
All right.
do. Oh, wow, look at that. Pretty colours. Hang on. Let's.
Okay.
Hang on. My zoom isn't working. Let's zoom out if I can. So weird. Hang on.
Yeah. Now everybody's coming, so it's like, how about Long Island and New York? What about
Yes.
Ghana
Absolutely.
and all sorts of other places? I know it would be lovely.
Why not?
And where
Cool.
will I be in Austin? I don't know, actually. I need to check. I've booked some place close enough to the center. Kind of hoped it will work out. I think it's like
that'll be
some
fine.
sort of university campus or something like that.
There you go. Right, let's do these free jingles. So starting now. Beep.
Beep.
Positive Mon.
No, it's
yeah.
Isabella.
Okay.
Come on.
Beep 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 beep.
Sorry, your beeps have just been.
Beep.
Okay. Positive Monday with Will Sinatra.
It's the all-time.
What
It's
are you doing?
It's the all-time favorites 50s and 60s show on 88.3 Southern FM. This is the Scout Show podcast with Bjorn, Tom, and Taya. And another one. Do you like live concert music? Then tune into Straight from the Stage with Brian every Saturday night at 9 p.m. on Blind Cafe Radio, the station that raises Cain.
Weeknights from 7. Tune in for Love Power, playing only the best love songs just for you.
SCR, the fresh new sound of Saltash. Good times, great songs with Alex Foreman. This is Tempo FM.
This is my tune. This one is a real banger. Well played. Let's go. DJ Aka Digital. Oof.
On Radionomy, listen to the My Radio app and streaming on Radio... Hang on. On Radionomy, listen to My Radio app and streaming on radio-flash.co.uk since 2018. This is Radio Flash across the world. Rip off the knob.
You are listening to ADHD.
You're listening to iPanda Red First Class Rock.
Radio Reeve. French FM Lebanon.
The top 20 back after this.
This is DJ Jojo, live from the UK. Let's get started. Turn up the music and enjoy the party. You've been listening to the Triple M Show with your host, Uncle Vince, jamming the greatest old school and dusties music every Friday and Saturday night at 9 p.m. Central Time on Spreaker.com.
This is the conqueror himself, DJ Joachim from Blue Max Entertainment. I am a DJ from Blue Max Entertainment.
Across the country, over the mountains, in the city, at work, or during your free time. Funky Corner Radio. Only black music always makes your day.
I haven't got the reverb, but here's Mr. Clive. Hello, is that Rob James? And is this the Blues Hour? Playing blues classics old and new. Well, get on with it then.
That's a good script.
Reliving the top 20 from 2 different years of the 80s with Paul Kazam on the 80s chart show. Another Mr. Clive. It's time to whack another problem in the attic. It's the problematic. That's quite a clever play on words. Live on ICR FM and on the Live on ICR FM and on the yanismix.co.uk. This is the Yanis Mix, playing the best pop rock from across the years, on air and online. You're listening to the Yanis Mix. Go to the yanismix.co.uk for more. The top 10 on 88.3 Southern FM. Every day, we bring back the top 6 songs from this day in musical history. You can find the countdown calendar on our website, jukebox927.com, to find out what year we're featuring. Then join us at noon and midnight Central Time for the midday and midnight countdown here on Jukebox 92.7.
Good morning, world. This is Wave FM Morning Dance Show. The best dance, pop, house, and trance hits from the past to the present, every day in the morning on Wave FM Dance. Brighten up your day with Forth Valley Radio, on air and online.
Nice.
It's you.
Live from Ghana, this is the news headlines on Divine Zone Radio.
3 hours entirely in French, intended for the French-speaking community, will feature dynamic guests, engaging discussions, and the best French music of yesterday and today.
Listen, the best music all day, every day. Contact Radio, the best, nothing else. It's time for the live stream rundown, brought to you by Doug Hewson, YT.com. And again, it's time for the live stream rundown, brought to you by DougHoustonYT.com. Across the Maclay, this is Tank FM. Making your feel good, this is DJ Lordchild, the true Grand Master. Mr. Clive. Hi, you are tuned to Mike's Country Club on River D Radio. Don't be a silent listener. Follow DJ Mirror 360 on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at DJ Mirror 360, or email him at djmirror01@gmail.com.
Follow Tornado Appia. Follow Tornado Appia on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe to Tornado Appia on YouTube.
The weekend starts here with Glenn and Claire on Coast FM.
Hello and welcome to the Kids Get Rich podcast. If you are sick of begging your parents for money, and if you are tired of waiting until Christmas or your birthday each year to just hope that just maybe you get a few of the things you want, then you are in the right place.
Because it's Friday, let's light it up here on the Friday Lighter with TS the Expendable.
DJ Silver Blinks, the sexiest DJ. This is DJ Chandy. This is DJ Chandy. This is DJ Chandy. Chris C.
The Gravity FM Community Diary. Couple for Mr. Clive. Keeping it locked and loaded. It's DJ Bright. Don't forget to like Jolly Radio on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And just press play. jollyradio.eu. Another one for me. You're listening to PT on 96.5 Inner FM. Don't forget to check us out on the web at innerfm.org.au. That's innerfm.org.au. And listen to Greg King and a Greg's Breakfast. And listen to Greg King and a Greg's Breakfast with Dennis Grambellis. With Dennis Grambellis. Only on 96.5 Inner FM. From Kenya, from Mombasa, this is DJ Guti mixing live at Seltzel Club with Dig Boss Chelsea Girl and Ara Stanley Wika. Thank you for choosing World's Awakening Radio.
Playing the music you love from the 1950s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. You are listening to America's Nice Guy, Clay Daniels on Bold Tunes.
Few for Mr. Clive here. Tune in to 102.5 FM, Lusaka's #1 for education, information, and entertainment. EBS Radio, keep it locked. EBS Radio, equalizing education opportunities for all. DJ 20. I think Mr. Clive's going to need his own character on the Music Radio Creative website.
I think we might need to
The way
see.
this is going, Mr.
Yeah.
Clive. You are listening to DJ Buggy from Bayern Alliance. You are listening to DJ Buggy from Bayern Alliance.
Thank you for listening to the Thunder Booms podcast, the Thundercast. I hope we helped you with any. I hope we helped you with any of your technology problems or just able to entertain you. Now get on with your day, but make sure to come back out. But make sure to come back out. But make sure to come out on back next weekend, Saturday, for the next episode. Always be the best version of yourself. And you are with Gayatri Deshmukh.
Gayatri.
Gayatri
Deshmukh.
You are with Gayatri Deshmukh. Fire Mix Maker. DJ Igniter.
Text the keyword H4E7H and message or song request to 60777.
DJ B Ranks. Oh, Isabella's finest cabin crew voice. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard VRN Flight 2020. Your captain will shortly be turning off the no dancing lights, and soul funk and disco will be served for the next 2 hours. Thank you for flying VRN, and we hope your ears enjoy the flight. Happy Valentine's Day, my sweetheart. Love you so much, Gayatri.
Mob DJs.
Here is Beth Dobson, Development Officer for the Boys Brigade in the northeast of Scotland.
This is the Darfur Music World. Visit the battalion website at... Oh, let's read the pronunciation. Okay. Baukan. Okay. Visit the battalion website at baukan.boys-brigade.org.uk.
DJ Curve. He's more than a DJ. You are listening to Radio Wise, the Eastern Cape best online radio.
Speak Your Mind Radio is an internet radio community on DLive broadcasting abducted... Let me start that one again. Speak Your Mind Radio is an internet radio community on DLive broadcasting abducted child alerts, missing person cases, and bringing breaking and top news to you affecting our world, along with music and talk radio.
DJ Spanky is on the ones and twos. Welcome to the Construction Podcast. And now your host, Jason.
This is the music world. And for Mr. Clive? The best among the rest. This is DJ Perry.
In the mix with DJ Shy.
Taking you back in time with DJ Shy. In the mix with Mark Broadbent, Music Imaging Creative, playing the songs you love. Mr. Clive? You are in the mix with DJ Govi1, the one and only.
Afternoon takeover with Urban and Oros, 3 to 6 p.m. Only on UCR 970 FM. 97.0 FM, just in case.
This is Cloud FM News on top of the hour. Cloud FM 96.7 in Kwabe. Listen to the Breakfast Cafe, the Trans, the Highway 96.7 and the Cloud Lounge. Cloud FM, we care for our environment.
Here is the interview with Andrew West, Queen's Badge Advisor for the battalion.
Mr. Clive? Tuesdays from 11 p.m, The Rock Show on Beverly FM and online to the world.
105 Sparty Classics with DJ Jeremy every Friday till 9 p.m.
WMFR Fortress Radio opening this summer in its new storefront 2020. DJ Spence, big and ready follow on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at I am DJ Spence. 16, made it to the top. Now it's time to find out who will take the pinnacle.
William King is a worship director in the DMV area and is the founder of Bacon and Fruit Podcast, a resource that helps worship leaders develop strong teams and lead engaging worship. It's DJ MILLAN 254.
Dommy Radio brings you the best of God's Word, gospel musics, church gist, and lots more. Don't go nowhere.
This is DJ Drip on the decks.
Southern FM News.
This is my tune. This one is a real banger. Well played. Let's go. DG aka Digital. Oof. Sorry, the last one was a retake from earlier on.
Oh, hang on, I've stopped it. Oh, yeah, no, that's good. Cool. All right, we are all done. So we're going to save that and get out of here, I believe. What I can actually do is we can end the show. I haven't got the iPad working until we get our new desk in, but I can play one jingle. And it's the jingle we started the show off with. So let's play that jingle.
Live from our studios on the Isle of Wight. Free Jingle Friday.
I really hope you've enjoyed the show. Did you enjoy it, Isabella?
I loved it. I love every Friday. It's such a great close to the week.
Always
I
look
really,
forward to it.
truly love it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on Free Jingle Friday. Go and have yourself a fantastic weekend, whatever you're doing. Go and license the track on Licht, because I'm a new advocate for them and I love what they're doing for content creators. mrc.fm/Licht. All the jingles will be available where, Isabella, at the end of the show?
mrc.fm/FJF. Head on over there after the show. We upload everything we've recorded and produced just there. Yeah.
Excellent. And just as Tim has posted in the comments, that's it from us. We are out of here. Have yourself a fantastic weekend. We're back for a Valentine's Day special. But in the meantime, have a fantastic time, whatever you are doing. Bye-bye.
Live from our studios on the Isle of Wight.